Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So guys, in today's video we are going to be talking about interview. I'm going to giving you some interview tips on how you can go about your interview once you are shortlisted. All right, so before we go into it, I want to welcome back my returning subscribers. You guys are welcome back to my channel, and to my new subscribers, you guys are welcome. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. And to you that are still yet to subscribe to my channel and you have been watching my video on YouTube and you are still yet to subscribe, kindly hit that subscription button and then subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to turn on your bell so always be the first person to see every new video that I post here on my channel. All right, so guys, everyone's dream is to get shortlisted for an interview. When you apply for care assistant jobs, you apply for healthcare assistant, support worker, caregiver role, your dreams and your desire is to get shortlisted for an interview, and then you go into the interview and then you pass the interview. All right, you need to prepare yourself. You don't just get shortlisted for an interview and then you sit around and wait for the interview day to come so that you can attend the interview. What you need to do first when you are shortlisted for an interview, first of all, prepare yourself for the interview. Don't wait for that day to come before you start preparation. All right, you need to prepare yourself for the interview depending on the job position that you applied for. So guys, what you need to do is to go online and search for materials, search for questions pertaining to the role that you applied for. There are lots of materials online, there are lots of interview questions online that you can easily get and then prepare yourself for your interview. All right, and secondly, you need to go straight to the company website and see what the company is all about, know what they do. All right, so most employers normally ask questions pertaining to their company. This is to enable them understand why you want to work in their company and how much you know about their company. So if you don't know anything about their company and they're asking you that questions, you've already failed from there. So you need to study their company website and see what they do, see their services, so you can be able to answer those questions, all right, when they ask you. So guys, the next thing is that go back to the job description, the job that you actually applied, that you were shortlisted for this interview. Go back to the job description, read through the job description. It was the job description that made you apply for the job because you believe that you have the qualifications and the eligibilities. All right, so go back to the job description and read through the job description, speak 2 or 3 things from the job description and then study it. All right, and another thing is that go straight to your CV, look at your CV. If you have a gap here in your CV, what you need to do is to think of a statement you're going to give to your employer. Should, in case your employer asks you, why do you have a gap here on your CV, you should be able to explain to your employer either you went for a further studies, or maybe you took care of your aged parents, or maybe you fell ill at that period. So you should be able to answer your employer well why you have a gap here in your CV. So guys, I'm going to be taking you through some interview questions and how to answer them. So you need to actually watch this video to the very end so you can get the list of these interview questions and how you can be able to answer these questions. All right, and the first question is, tell me about yourself. Tell me about yourself is a very important question for the employer because this will enable him to know who you are. All right, so you need to give a complete overview of yourself. All right, you need to tell the employer about your work history, about your qualifications, about your experience and everything. All right, just pour it out to the employer. Please don't make it long, just make it short and precise. All right, so guys, another question is, what made you interested in working here? This is the reason why I made mention of you going through their website and studying their website and knowing what their website is all about, because this is where you're going to give them a vivid response concerning why you want to work with them. All right, this give the employer the overview that you have gone through their website and you know what they do, and then you can be able to answer these questions. All right, so guys, in order for you to give a vivid response concerning that question, you need to be honest in order to show them that you've done a research concerning their company. You can say that you have heard great things about their company, their work ethics and their team are very great. Okay, so guys, another question is, what is your biggest strength? This question is very tricky. You need to answer this question to align with the job role that you applied for. All right, for example, I love interacting with people and making them feel comfortable. So this is just an example I'm giving to you. Don't just mention any strength that is not aligning with the job position that you applied for. All right, So guys, another question is, what is your biggest weakness? In this question, you need to be cautious and also honest at the same time, telling your employer that you're also trying to improve yourself. All right, so guys, another question is, why did you leave your last position? Guys, this is not the time for you to sit back and start explaining history, all right, or start blasting your previous company. This is the time for you to actually focus on your new opportunity. All right, tell them things about your opportunity. All right, like maybe you want to advance your career and so on and so forth. All right. So guys, another question is, what are your career goals? This is not the time for you to start listing out all the thousands of career goals that you have at the back of your mind. This is the time for you to talk about the career goals concerning your near future, and also try as much as possible to incorporate the employer in your goal. All right, the employer I'm talking about is the person actually interviewing you. All right. So guys, another question is, why do you want to work as a care assistant, or maybe a caregiver or a healthcare assistant? In this particular question, the employer wants to know your personality. You want to actually know if your personality suits the role that you are applying for. You can just tell the employer a story. This will give the employer the opportunity to be able to know the kind of person you are. All right. Guys, another question is, how can you maintain confidentiality as a carer or as a care assistant? In this particular question, the employer wants to know the kind of person you are. You need to be able to explain to the employer that confidentiality as a healthcare assistant or as a care assistant is very, very important pertaining to patients. You need to always keep the patient information strictly out of bound from an unauthorized person. And guys, another question is, what are the most important skills as a healthcare assistant or maybe as a care assistant? This is why I made mention of you going through your CV and checking your skills and so on and so forth. This is the time for you to start mentioning the skills on your CV and letting them know that you have the skills to be able to function well in this position. All right guys, let me stop here. I know I've answered some of your questions that have been at the back of your mind for a long time, and a lot of you have been coming to my DM on Telegram asking me, Ophi, I have an interview, how do I go about the interview? And believe that these few questions and these few tips are really going to help you prepare yourself for your interview. All right, so go online on Google and search for more information, more details, and also read and study, then prepare yourself for the interview. Definitely you're going to go through the interview and scale through it. All right, so guys, thank you so much for watching this video to the very end. I really appreciate your love and your support. Kindly share this video, like, comment, and share it to people who might be interested in this particular video. Thank you so much guys, and I love you all.